Interesting. All right,
What's up, guys? Sorry about that. Sorry for the delay, but we are here. JDB Sports back for Week 3 predictions. I know it's a little later than 8:30, but Peyton, you want to jump right into it and get the injury news out the way?
Yeah,
Talk
let's
about
jump
it.
into some rapid injury news real quickly. We'll move into some games from last week and then picks for the week on. So let's start with some quarterback news. Of course, everyone's heard Joe Burrow, grade 3 turf toe. Looks like he's going to be out all year. Even if he comes back in the 3-month period, there is a ramp up time, and I don't think he's going to be ready for any of those Bengals games down the line. So huge loss there.
Yeah, was it like you said 2 to 3 months at the minimum?
I would say 3 months at
3
the
months?
minimum. I don't think he's coming back this year.
Damn.
You hate to see it too. A lot of people probably drafted him too. You see with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins getting their deals, something's expected to be special, and now you got to look at Jake Browning potentially worse starting for the next 3 months plus. So hate to see it. What's up, Trevor? How you doing?
What up, Trev? In some other quarterback news, Jaden Daniels looking day-to-day with the PCL sprain, and we'll really get more news on that tomorrow when practices start up for the Sunday games. Alex, you got any takes on that?
As far as I know, is a knee sprain. Jaden Daniels, I don't think he plays this week. Honestly, I think they take the precautionary route, and I think they sit him. I mean, we're just playing the Raiders, not to really dog on the Raiders, but you saw the poop fest they threw up last night against the Chargers. And that vaunted defense. I think Mariota starts, and I think, honestly, I'd be comfortable with starting Mariota for the next week, possibly two if needed. Don't want another RG3 scenario, especially in Washington. Sit Jaden Daniels, make sure he's healthy. Just hate that he got injured in general, but he was getting beat up against the Green Bay Packers, and we'll talk more about that. So go ahead and on to the next.
Yeah, Justin Fields suffering a concussion late. He didn't play well against the Bills at all. Other people who didn't really play well on the week, Aaron Jones and J.J. McCarthy. Aaron Jones going on IR with a hamstring injury, and J.J. McCarthy suffering a phantom high ankle sprain. I don't know if either of you two caught it. I didn't catch the injury, in all honesty, and I think they're just making up an excuse to bench JJ.
Maybe just an excuse, but at the same time, it just looks bad. Going after, a whole rookie year of optimism, even though he obviously wasn't playing, to come to this year and him to stink like doo-doo cheeks, except for against the Bears. Just, I don't know, man. I really don't know. And honestly, if they're looking to bench him in favor of Carson Wentz, you're not really getting much better at the position, and JJ can run more, so.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the injury, but he got my 15 yards for my parlay.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
Appreciate the likes and the lives, guys.
Shout out JJ for making that happen, man. Freaking A. Sorry, go ahead.
Don says Raiders or Washington. I touched on that. I said Washington straight out right. Raiders are a dumpster fire. And if Geno has a night like he did last night against Washington in that secondary, I believe it's going to be tough curtains for Geno Smith, Pete Carroll, and co. I feel like Gentry will be able to get his yards, though, against the Commanders.
Yeah, I'd lean Washington. Again, even if Mariota starts, I believe Washington is at home this week. Should be able to control Geno.
There you go.
Talking about some Thursday night injuries, Dietrich Wise carted off with a quad injury. It looks to be season ending for the Commanders. Austin Eckler tore his Achilles there, and then Jaden Reed broke his clavicle, and he had surgery on his Jones fracture in his foot and that clavicle successfully. So
Jesus Christ, man. Injuries galore, but let's talk about a signing we got right here. Yo, I just traded Malik Neighbors and Jalen Warren for Zay Flowers and Debo. Is it a good trade? I think Debo will cook this week. I mean...
I like the Malik Neighbors side, even though Jalen Warren's not an amazing RB2. Malik Neighbors is a freakazoid when it comes to fantasy.
Y'all got Seahawks or Saints, says Don on Tickfinity.
I think we can all say Seahawks, right?
Yeah, Seahawks. I think we all
Especially if they play as good as when they did against the Steelers, yeah.
Yeah.
Seahawks. Or
Seahawks.
Saints, they don't have a day. Wilson and Judy for London.
Wilson and Judy for London. Garrett Wilson and Judy for London. If so, then yes. No, you're all good, Peter. Stuff happens, and again, that's not the worst trade in the world. However, you didn't get equal value. Jumping back into some defensive news here, Kalijah Cansey out for the year with a torn pec, it looks like. Again,
Shit.
injuring it last night, Monday night. Khalil Mack also injury last night. Looks like his elbow got hyperextended and really got in some trouble there. Jadeveon Clowney signing with the Cowboys. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that one, Alex.
Honestly, the Cowboys defense is horrific, and honestly, it was on full display against the Giants. Russell Wilson carved them up, looking like 2013 primetime Russ. Had to go out there and get some extra defensive end help. I mean, you got Dante Fowler in the offseason, but I just feel like it's just not enough. And I like the signing for the Cowboys. Just don't know if it gets him really much any better, or if he's more or less just a rotational piece going forward. We'll see. But we have some comments in the chat.
That.
Got Lions or Ravens.
I'll go Ravens, Trev.
It's kind of hard though. I picked Lions, I think, but we'll go ahead to it and we can talk more about it later.
Yeah. And then is Daniel Jones going to be this high still towards the end of next? I don't know. I think he'll taper down a little bit. He won't be this hot. Bucky Irving side wins that trade, and then the Tet and Chase Brown side wins that trade. James Cook doesn't play the Jets. Pretty safe. JSN Omarion for JK. Easily the JSN side won that deal.
Let's go. Appreciate the likes on the live, Trev. Seeing you up there. I think you talked about the Khalil Mack, or you didn't yet. My notes is not updating that well, so you did. All right.
Yeah, just a little bit. If you want to jump on to Sean McVay's injury coaching.
A coach tore. Sean McVay tears his plantar fascia while coaching versus the Titans. Wow. Dude needs to start doing some more stretches for the team before the game.
Yes, Sean.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Stretch that foot, man. Stretch that foot.
He's young too. It's not like he's old or anything like that, dude. Just tough break, I guess. I mean, it's better than Stafford going down with an injury, I guess. You can still stand on the sideline and coach. You can't stand with a tear like that back in the pocket and throw it over the middle. So
just crutches. He's just crutching himself.
He's crutching around, scrambling through the pocket. You got Stafford on crutches going through. Oh man, that'd be crazy. All right, John McVay tearing his plantar fascia. That's tough. We also got Ed Oliver out in multiple weeks with an ankle issue. I think we talked. Did you speak on that? My notes are behind as hell.
No, you're all good. So he did have a little bit of a foot injury. It didn't look to be a multi-week one originally, but yeah, it looks to be worse. So bad news there. And then bad news for the Bears. Jalen Johnson looks to be out for the year after re-aggravating that groin injury he had.
Dude, this was a week 2 to forget as far as injuries are concerned, man. It's crazy.
Seth, I'd lean the side of BTJ Scatabo barely. He's pretty even on both sides.
As outside of a fantasy standpoint, I like Cam Scatterbo. Gives a lot of optimism in New York. I'm not gonna say he reminds me of like a Peyton Hillis type, but Duke can ball and he can batter people and abuse people. It was on full display last week, and as far as when they played the Commanders as well. Yep. Level in the corners, yeah. And we also got some good contract news with Tyler Smith signing a 4-year, $96 million extension with the Cowboys. The Cowboys have all this money all of a sudden to sign all these people, but now Micah kind of slipped through the cracks, I guess, and I guess it was really just a destined to be traded. Just you don't go Jerry's way, then you can get the hell out or leave, is what he said, right?
Yep, 1,000%. And moving into our games now, going away from some injuries, some contracts, getting into the nitty gritty. Did we
speak on Clowney?
Yeah, Clowney with the Cowboys.
We did speak on Clowney with the Cowboys. Good catch.
You got any takes on it?
Nope. Just sad that he's gone from the Panthers. I actually liked him, even though he didn't do much. Kind of liked him on the edge.
You love it when he doesn't do much. Okay.
Love it when he's edging you.
It's Clowney, man, edging him. All right. Let's rip off the Band-Aid for Commanders fans like myself. That shellacking from the Green Bay Packers, 18-27 loss for the Commanders. The score is closer than it seems. The Packers were kicking our butts all day. Jaden Daniels was taking a wallop all game. Just couldn't really get much going. Think it was more or less on Cliff Kingsbury, and our receivers couldn't get separation. They were doing a really good job at blanketing our receivers. I know I was a little frustrated during the game when I was texting Peyton and telling him, and he was like, "Oh, they're just blanketing so well, and they're playing so well against you guys." So Damn.
I'd lead Rams, Trevor, surprisingly, even though the Eagles are at home, but we'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, I mean, shout out the Packers for delivering it to the Commanders. Again, Jaden getting banged up at the end is not what you want to see. You wanted to see a little more out of that run game. But this is a loss for the Commanders. You just go next. You try to face a weaker Raiders team and get back on the right track.
Yeah, and then we also got to deal with the whole. The defense may be a question mark. I mean, their pass rush was nice, but as a whole, got to give credit where credit's due. The Packers really got out there and got after it, and can't say anything more. They're definitely NFC favorites for a reason, like you said before. So. Let's get on to it. Let's get off of the Packers and freaking and the Commanders. Unless you got any takes on that shellac, and if not, then we can get to it.
Not really.
You got anything to start us off with Rams Titans?
Rams Titans. I don't remember. I think I missed that game.
No worries. If not, Puka Nakua going absolutely nutcase in that game. 33-19 game by the Rams. Offense really showed out, getting Devontae Adams a little bit more involved. And again, Cam Ward showing these glimpses. You look at him being a young guy coming in here and making a difference. Alex, what do you got for us?
Honestly, the fact that Cam Ward's coming in and actually showing glimpses of making a difference, it's what you want to see as a Titans fan. Still can't get the W though. It's just, it's against the Rams though. That's a formidable opponent. Another NFC favorite. Rams offense really did definitely get to it there. Love to see it from the Rams. It's a good showing against the Titans team. That's kind of like not on the up and up, but appreciate the rose. Thank you. Appreciate the 7 roses. Let's go.
Okay.
But nah, it's an overall game that you kind of expected. I mean, Titans to take the L here. The Rams are a much better team, much better coach team. I know you said Brian Callahan wasn't your most favorite coach, and you always got something to say about him. So,
yep.
There you go.
Hey, more there. Yeah. How do I get Tom Brady? You pay a large lump sum to the Raiders for him. Moving on to our next game, Jags Bengals Shootout Central. I mean, Jake Browning, the hero at the end.
Yeah, but 3 interceptions in a game.
Oh, he played pretty rough until the end there.
He was poopy cheeks, man. I'm gonna tell you. That man was definitely browning around the ball.
browning around, dude.
Browning around.
Bad. Yeah, BTJ, a couple big drops there. Loom large, and Trevor Lawrence and BTJ just aren't on the same page.
Should I get rid of Andrews or Njoku and I need a new tight end?
Yeah, get rid of Andrews. Ferguson and Najee for Judkins. You already know what I'm going to say. Heck yeah.
There you go.
Freaking Trevor. But yeah, you got any final takes on that Jags-Bengals game?
I really don't. I just expected I expected the Bengals to kind of sell this game with their defense. Like the Jaguars, I think I picked Bengals in the picks, right? I got to go back to it and look at it.
Yeah, I don't know what I picked either, but I didn't want to touch the mother line.
You did pick the Jaguars, I believe, and I think Brandon and I picked the Bengals.
Yeah, and I think Rams Titans, if I'm not mistaken, I think I picked Titans. I wasn't upset marks this week, and my record reflects it. I'm just gonna say I'm 7-9 this week, and it's just tough. Hopefully we'll get better
what's mine? What's mine this week?
Man, shut up.
All right.
We'll talk about it.
So 14-2. Hey, talk about a little smackdown real quick. Browns Ravens 41-17 Ravens. I mean, I said they'd come out and dominate. They kind of came out and dominated. That's all I can say. Not much about the Browns.
They did.
I personally didn't think that it was going to be that bad. I said it last stream. I thought it was going to be a defensive slugfest, and for most of the game it was until they exploded, I believe, in the second half. They went off. Like to see Judkins shining, something you really haven't had since really much of a Nick Chubb in his golden days. The dude's running on one leg now as we speak, so not much way to say about it other than the Ravens shellacked the freaking Browns. The Browns are the Browns, and we don't have to talk about it no more. Honestly, it's time to start Shadur and just tank the season, right?
Time to start Shadur, man.
Time
Let
to
him
start
get his
Shadur.
practice in.
Heck yeah.
Hell
Moving
yeah.
into another SmackDown, we got Bills at Jets, 30-10 Bills. Not much going for the Jets in this one. Their passing offense looked horrible. They couldn't run the ball at all. They couldn't move the ball in general, and then your QB gets concussed. What do you guys have for it?
You can't really hate on that when it comes to the Bills and the Jets. You already know it's going to be a lopsided affair. I really, in recent memory, I don't remember any close games between these two teams, and it's usually the Bills coming out on top. Brandon, the New York teams, the New York man himself. What you got to say about it? If you have any
Couldn't
takes
really
on it?
watch the game. Was kind of upset with it because I don't really know how they scored all their touchdowns because I put Josh Allen for 3+. That did not happen.
Bunch of James Cook, dude. Bunch of James Cook.
Man, I wanted him in the offseason so bad, James Cook. But
I'm just
he
glad
got
they
his
came
deal.
down with the dub.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. What do you think about Andrews for Schultz? I like it. And then Chargers best team in the league. I certainly hope so, but I don't think so right now. I think we're the third best team in the AFC, probably.
third best. I mean, you got Bills, Ravens. Yeah, I mean it's pretty close. I'm gonna say like I probably take y'all over. I probably take a humming Chargers over a Ravens team, in my opinion.
Wow.
I like the way the
Chargers, man.
I like the way the Chargers play when they're playing right and they're a well-oiled machine. I like what freaking Greg Roman's doing. I like what Jesse Minter cooks up. Fix your Rizzlin face. And honestly, I enjoy what I enjoy what the Chargers do. Honestly, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a fake Chargers fan because I'm gonna say it. Back when I was in middle school, I picked two teams. I picked AFC and NFC teams, and the Chargers were my AFC team. Obviously, Commanders NFC, but I'm going straight Commanders now that I've grown up. But I still have a little bit of love for the Chargers. Love what they're doing. I think they need to get out of their own way with the mediocrity and get out of the Philip Rivers shadow and finally go get some Super Bowls. And maybe Justin Herbert can finally deliver it to them like they said on ESPN last night. Healthy Justin Herbert will get us some Super Bowls. Freaking Dan Orlovsky and Lewis Reddick and I don't know, man. That just awful announcing. Bro, I'm just gonna say it like that. But they were.
I like the sweet whispers from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the sweet whispers.
Sweet whispers, the sweet nothings in your ear, huh?
Yeah, I would do that if you have the wide receiver depth, Kyle. You want to move on to a crazier game, Patriots Dolphins?
Let's get to it, man. Brandon, have you got a chance with this game?
That was another game I did not get to watch, but I hit for that one.
What'd you hit? What's your parlay? What's your parlay?
It was the Pats, I believe.
Oh, you picked money line on Pats?
Yeah.
All right. Well, definitely getting the most of an important game, really. The Dolphins. Dude, I kind of just like the Dolphins. The Dolphins. What are you doing?
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
What are y'all doing,
The
man?
Dolphins.
Dolphins,
Losing another
yeah.
close one.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. And Mike McDaniel's post-game press conferences are very abysmal, to say the least. Like, dude really sounds like a third grader after he got caught picking his nose and eating it. Like, dude's just like, we have to win a game by not losing a game. Like, dude's blazed.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely nonchalant about it and starting your season 0-2.
He's losing his locker room for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah. And all I can say about this game, it was super fun to watch offensively. The defenses sucked, but those back-to-back kickoffs definitely made for a cool game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the first time I've seen that in a long time, if not NFL history, back-to-back NFL kickoff returns. So,
yeah.
On to another kind of game that we thought was going to be a stinker. I think I said 21-3 last week on the stream, the predictions. We got 49ers Saints winning a close one for the 49ers. Mac Daddy Jones comes in and solid. He was doing really well. The Saints, just got to say the least, their defense is terrible. Offense, not really getting too much going, but I mean, they got something going against the 49ers. Not really something to be too concerned or too hyped up about if you're a Saints fan. They're still going to be like 3-14, if not worse this year.
Yeah. And I think, again, this just says more about the resilience of the Niners going on the road, hostile environment, teams already 0-1 on the other side of the ball looking for a win. And Mac Jones puts on a solid performance once again, and Spencer Rattler has looked okay in Kellen Moore's system, again, cooking up plays best to his ability. But yeah, like you said, the defense just falls short.
His best game as a pro, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with that one, but we can get on. Brandon, if you have anything to say about the freaking stink fest in New Orleans, by all means,
we don't like mac and cheese.
We don't like mac and cheese.
No, he took Cam Newton's job in New
England.
Like
man. No,
yeah.
Cam Newton. Let me start on that guy.
Mac and cheese was what Cam Newton called him.
That man
McCorkle Jones.
Look, that man made the best of every Panthers loss by dressing in some freaking snazzy behind outfit for no reason. I'm gonna say it right now, and let's just get to it. Let's get to this game, this next game. This defenseless, horrific, if you're a defensive coordinator or defensive coach or defensive guy anywhere. Let's go on to Cowboys Giants and that freaking overtime victory by automatic Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys. Honestly, Russell Wilson was looking prime time. Dude was like freaking 2013 in this game. Loved him. Loved the shots he was taking to Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors finally got his 2 tutties that he deserves. Really getting off cooking. It's like the ceiling of what you can see for a Giants offense, but when you think about it, you're going against the Cowboys and their horrific defense, probably bottom 5 defense. It's just, are you happy or are you not? Like, at the same time, but then they still let the Cowboys come back, and their defense didn't stop them. Their defense let CeeDee Lamb get open, let George Pickens get open. Just a bad showing for defenses all around. I think I watch Vic DiPotato. If y'all don't see him, I send y'all to post-game locker rooms every week.
The grumpy old Giants, man.
Yeah, Grandpa's going off. If y'all watch him, go check him out. Vic DiPotato. He's been doing it for as long as I know. He does a Yankees one as well.
Nice. All in on with New York. And then before I get into my part of the recap, I'll answer some of these questions real quickly. Tyler, I would go Jacoby. Julian, I would keep Rasheed. And then I would go Myers over Swift.
Let's go.
And then, again, more to touch on this game. I just think the offense has boomed like crazy. Again, you saw Russell Wilson of old with that deep ball hitting Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors multiple times. You saw George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb heavily involved, and a lot of Javonte Williams work as well. Really, really good sighting for offenses. But again, Brandon Aubrey is the real winner of today.
It was automatic. I'm going to say this one before you go ahead and answer that comment too. I said some fantasy advice last week that I really want to apologize for with the Terry McLaurin. Deebo Samuel cooked up a little bit more than him, but Terry McLaurin, I'm sorry about that. I thought really was going to take advantage of Terrence and Valentine, and I really thought that we were going to get something going. I mean, you don't really expect that coming from a Panthers fan. I'll own up to it right now. Nate Hobbs and Carrington Valentine did a good job of locking him down. Listen to Mr. Spencer down here on the bottom underneath the me. If you guys want to hear fantasy advice, I'm going to do my best to try to get in there. But again, apologies for the Terry McLaurin pick. If any of y'all picked him, don't come at me like that. But all right, let's get to it. All right, get to your comments, man. That's CMC talk.
I'd go Chase Brown over ETN. I'd go London over BTJ, and then I would probably lean that London and Cook side over CMC and Ridley. Jumping into another SmackDown of the week, Bears-Lions. Lions 52, Bears 21. Caleb.
Wait, can I say one thing before you go about the Cowboys?
Go ahead.
Can we trade 2 first-round picks for their kicker?
All right.
We need a kicker. Matt Gay's not doing it. Zane Gonzalez is not doing it. We can't get... Come on, we need a kicker. All right.
All bad.
Let's get on to the shellacking. Ben Johnson's revenge game didn't go so well. Want to go ahead and get your takes into it?
Yeah, I'll just say my stock in Caleb Williams is falling apart. His decision-making proves to be uneventful, to say the least, and the Lions, without Ben Johnson, really looked more comfortable this week at home. They handled business. So shout out Jared Goff, shout out, the offense in general, especially Amon Ra. Good job to you guys.
We dropped on TikTok just for a second, but we're all good.
Ben Johnson overrated.
Ben Johnson overrated.
And I would do Kyron for Chuba and Hampton. Luka. Good deal.
Oh yeah, the Chuba.
Nothing without
how do you
MCDC.
feel picking the Bears?
Me or pay or
I
How do you
picked,
see? Yeah.
I picked the Bears.
No.
Oh,
I did.
No.
I picked
I
the
thought
Bears.
last week
Alex
I picked
picked
the
the Bears.
Oh, I was like,
man,
wait.
it was destined for one of those games, dude. Like, freaking the Bears were looking mighty good coming off their last game against the Lions, who I predicted to go 7-10 and still do. Screw this 52-point fluke, in my opinion. Literally, it seems like everybody can score in the Bears. With JJ McCarthy was doing it. Their defense is a big question mark, and Ben Johnson, I feel like they're just trying to get too cute. Caleb Williams is trying to get too cute and trying to do too much too soon. Settle down, go
Fair.
by a good offensive script, and defense. Don't give up 52 points a game, and maybe y'all win this one.
The Bears.
But at the same time,
Bears.
the Caleb Williams stock crumbling hurts my heart because I predicted them to go 12-5. I predicted them to go 12-5.
And
Man.
this team is awful. This team is awful. So Brandon,
Man.
Seahawks, Steelers, 31-17.
You gotta talk
Sam
about it.
Darnold
Talk
slinging.
about it now.
Kenneth
Right now.
Walker running. Steelers,
That hurt.
Aaron Rodgers. He's
Oh,
diming
yeah.
it up, and his receivers can't catch. What is going on, man?
And that rookie, I don't know his name exactly, but that rookie that made the mistake cost him a touchdown.
Oh, the special teams
Yep,
return.
Caleb
Yeah.
Johnson.
You're telling me you don't know the rules while you're in the NFL?
I mean, they changed. They've changed. They changed a lot of things this offseason. They're beginning a lot of.
That wasn't a
acclimation.
change, though. That's always been a. That's
What,
always
just the whole
been a
recovery in
rule.
the end zone by the other team?
Once you
Yeah.
touch it, the ball's.
I hope for those on
No,
Madden.
it's live on a kickoff.
Yeah, live.
It's live. Period. If he touched it or not, it was live.
Yeah, but
so
that-
he
even if he
needed to
didn't
cover
touch
the
it-
ball.
I hope for those.
Yeah.
I hope for those on Madden sometimes, and sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. But hey,
Yeah, that wasn't even an onside kick. That was a pure kick.
Yeah, that's a kick
That's
off.
a
dude's a bum. Santana
dude was
said,
walking
"Oh
to the
boy."
sideline.
What's up, Santana? On
That's
Twitch.
a Steelers fan right there.
Oh man, here we go. Aaron Rodgers, where's the ayahuasca treatment, man? I think it's time to go back out in the woods and take a couple days off. Yeah,
Oh,
Santana
really?
said, "Yep." Come on,
Okay.
get going. Receivers can't catch the ball. Special teams are making mistakes. I know they're getting chewed out right now on as we speak, because they probably in bed going night night. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a completely different game. Last thing we'll say on this one, but yeah, completely different game. If it was caught, I mean, that's a 17-14 ball game at that point, turns into 24-14. Now you're down 2 scores in the fourth. It just wasn't pretty.
Definitely did not assume that the Seahawks were going to win. I'd have my recent picks put up on here. I know we got the next week's up, but I want to have the last week so I can stay honest with myself. Stop tapping, Brandon. We hear you. Like a heartbeat over there.
Boom, boom.
All
We're
right.
talking about a
Damn,
heartbeat.
okay.
Talking about a
Broncos,
crazy game,
Colts,
yeah.
heartbeat, kickers, late time. What do we got, Alex?
All right, so last second field goal off of a penalty, mind you, because Rodrigo missed it. Basically got a last second field goal, and they beat the Broncos.
Yeah, Spencer Schrader kicking it from not 60 but 45 after the penalty. Will Lutz missing the kick for the Broncos at the end, and this Broncos defense that was hyped up all offseason, especially by me too, hasn't looked too tall of the task through the first 2 weeks, and makes me a little more confident as a Charger fan moving forward to week 3.
Not a game I expected the Colts to win. I thought the Broncos were going to take them out back and take them to the woodshed and knock them out.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, tap them
Broke
up.
their cows or what? Yeah.
Oh man,
Goodness.
they're gonna gallop on the back of that horse, man.
All
They're
right.
gonna Brokeback Mountain that.
All right. All right.
All right, let's get on to this Panthers Cardinals game. A game
Oh,
in which
God.
me and Peyton were split and decide. He wanted the Cardinals to win for his lay, and I wanted the Panthers to win because I love a good comeback. Who doesn't? He's gonna say the Panthers took the L here, and it was like 4th down, I think, on Arizona 30-something yard line, and Bryce and company could not get it done. He said Bryce Young was just awful. I hate to see it though.
Yep.
Cardinals took advantage. Just wish they would be able to run the ball better. Panthers, you guys just come on. You guys have so much hype going in the offseason. Y'all did so much. What is going on?
It's all our quarterback.
What do you mean your quarterback?
Yeah,
It's got to be your coaching too. Come on, play calling. It's got to be something. I don't think Dave Canales is the hot read there, man. I think Dave Canales could be partially the problem.
I don't know. I think Dave Canales has been calling well for Bryce Young. I think it's really on how Bryce Young starts these games and how the weapons are, because it's dumb mistakes. Like, I get not having a person downfield, because outside of Tet, it is really rough for that team, especially right now. Xavier Legette can't do anything. But Bryce Young can't fumble and throw an interception to start every game. Yeah, I appreciate the tiny diny. And again, I would keep I would actually go Henry and Amon-Ra to answer your question, William. But jumping back into this, Cardinals really kept their lead early and on into the fourth, and Panthers try to claw back late. It just wasn't enough. And at the end of the day, when Panthers start games better, they will start to win games. But until that point, they are not a good team.
Yep, turn that game off first drive, first fumble.
Yep. It almost came back all the way.
Then I started watching. Then I put them on my way.
Talking about even a crazier game here, Eagles Chiefs, moving away from a little bit of a stinker until late. A game I picked wrong. You guys picked right. You guys picked Eagles. They win 2017 in this one and really just control the entire game.
Let's go.
I'm not going to say much from the Chiefs offense outside of one explosive play, Tyquan Thornton there, but the Eagles just ran shop, in my opinion.
Philly got their number, and honestly, I feel like the Chiefs are just slipping further and further away. I'm going to say this right now. I have them predicted in an upset. I have the Giants beating them this week. And I hate to say it, I picked the Giants two times already. The Giants have failed, but we got them. I feel like Giants have their number this week. And I feel like the Chiefs slipped to 0-3 for the first time in God knows how long. We got more chat. Santana said Young was in top 5 passing leader, which I don't know how. And he said that guy not allowed on the locker room now. Damn.
Oh, Elias, I would also go. I think Kamara Etienne is better. And then I think the Kelsey Travis Hunter side is better, Jacob. But sorry, Alex, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just reading the chat. It's good to go. And you did yours, so let's get ahead to it. Brandon, did you speak on this Chiefs Eagles game yet? I mean, I know I really didn't get to do too much, but
all I kind of saw was that bad interception that Travis caused.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right through his hands.
Him and the ball said, "We are never, never, never getting back together."
All right. That was clever.
Appreciate you, but I already told y'all. I said it like this in the beginning of the year. I said that Taylor Swift is going to be a distraction for him, and it seems like it is. Appreciate the coconut juice, Kristen.
I think he's just cheeks now, dude. I think he's really just cheeks.
Old, slow.
I think you can make any excuse under the book, but he's trash, and getting on to someone who's even more trash, JJ McCarthy.
Oh yeah, JJ McCarthy. 22-6 loss to the Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. Bijan Robinson. Man, I'm gonna do Bijan parlay this next week. It seems like he's always getting into the end zone. I love to see what the Falcons are doing, even though we all rated them so lowly. I think I had them like on 5-12. But JJ McCarthy's limitations on full display here tonight. Well, that night. And I really just can't say enough about what the Falcons are doing and tightening it up. Just hate to see that they only scored 6 points. It could have definitely been more if they were actually running correctly. This is probably one of the worst showings by Kevin O'Connell's offense in Lord knows how long, in my opinion.
Really? So here's why I think that is a little bit. JJ McCarthy can't throw to the left side of the field, and he's having to run bootlegs and run protection over to the right side. And JJ McCarthy didn't have a good blind side. It's a backup left tackle right now with Christian Darrisaw out. I think that the offense should look a lot better with Carson Wentz, and that's crazy to say in 2025.
Yeah, right, Carson Wentz.
it definitely should be somewhat better. You can't get worse than that.
Got to call out Kristen for being a freaking W viewer. We got a 500 coin worth money gun. We got a 199 coin worth money juice. Got the tiny dinies. Let's go.
Heck
W
yeah,
gifted
appreciate
tonight.
you.
Appreciate it.
More than appreciate. Yes. Anything more do we have to say about the Falcons, though? I mean, I know you were saying backup left tackle, blind side wasn't really covered too well. But didn't expect the Falcons to get as much pressure as they did. Just I don't really like them too much this year. I mean, I like their offensive side, just not their defensive side like that. And
Their defense did look a lot better against the Vikings, though, albeit a bad offensive performance. It was still a good defensive performance. I'll give them that.
There you go. All right, then.
Chase Brown Sutton for Kamara Mason. I'd lean Kamara Mason. Good job, Noop.
There you
Buccaneers Falcons.
Ah, man, the game that I swore the Texans were going to win. Ah, man, Buccaneers took advantage of the last second. Baker Mayfield showed why he's elite with that last touchdown drive. I think it was an 80-yard touchdown drive. Either way, they were chewing up the third and fourth quarters respectively. I think it was like about maybe 6 to 7 minutes per drive, if not more. It was just crazy. Love to see what the Buccaneers are doing back on offense with the absence of Lee and Cohen. Seems like they kind of skipped a beat a little bit, but now they're back to it. And just the Texans just couldn't capitalize. I mean, there was a lot of pressure in Mayfield's face from the Texans, but as the game went on, I think after halftime, they adjusted well. I think they went more towards a quick passing game, and it proved benefit against the Texans pass rush. C.J. Stroud just, couldn't make it up in the end.
Yeah. And I'll jump into this right now. Again, Nathan, I would go Kyron over Warren. But yeah, you see CJ Stroud really struggling accuracy-wise. I believe 9 targets to Nico Collins, only completing 3. And 3 of those were catchable, or should have been easily caught, and 2 of them for touchdowns. Again, Baker Mayfield really adjusted with Luke Gedeke out. You already have Tristan Wirfs out, so he dumped it down to Bucky Irving a lot. Tried to get Mike Evans involved. Found Sterling Shepard a couple times, so really big ups to him. I switched my pick last second because I thought Texans were going to play a little better. However, they fell short.
I could be wrong here, but that was the game with no scoring touchdowns to the very end, right?
It was
just field goals.
No, they scored a touchdown early with Nico Collins.
Oh, they did. There was a game
chat.
that didn't have touchdowns. I forgot what game that was.
Should I start Brees or K9, and then you got keep Joe Burrow on IR and start Russell Wilson this week?
Brees, Burrow's probably out the rest of the year, but I guess if you have an open IR slot, go for it. But yeah, that's a rough QB room. Maybe try trading for someone.
Yeah, I don't think Bryce Young really takes advantage as far as fantasy-wise or record-wise, and I'm just going to say that right there. Russell Wilson, too. I picked the Giants in an upset, but I don't think you should for fantasy. I don't think you should for fantasy.
No.
It's going to be either low scoring or it's going to come down to a field goal. Maybe start a kicker in that scenario in one of those games.
Start a kicker.
Start a kicker.
Goodness.
Appreciate the likes on the live chat, man.
Yeah, appreciate you. Getting into our final game of recap here. I'll talk about it first, I guess. Chargers at Raiders, 20-9. Absolute defensive masterclass again by Jesse Minter. Love him. He's going to get some coaching offers when this season concludes. I know. I thought our offense actually looked sloppy, especially in the running game. You saw Darius Davis fumble that end around. You saw Marion Hampton drop a handoff. I thought that was sloppy. And then the run game in general over the first 2 weeks has been the worst in the NFL. Something we need to improve on if we're going to be taken as a serious contender.
But you're also one of the only teams outside of the Packers to never be trailing.
Yes,
through 2 to 3 weeks.
Nice.
So. Well, there you go.
It is nice, and our passing offense is great, but we, as a complete football team, we need to piece it together in the run game.
I feel like they will. I feel like they will. They'll calm down. Marion Hampton will get his legs up under him. I've seen a couple hesitation moves. I know with Genty as well on the other side. He ran the wrong way on a play. and a couple drops and just tackles for loss. It's just something you wouldn't see out of him back in college. Just not working too well for him in the Raiders uniform. But I feel like I said, with both these rookie running backs, they're going to get their feet up under them. And honestly, like I said, the 12-5 for the Chargers winning the division is looking more likely. My pick will probably be right on that one. The Chiefs are kind of, they're kind of slumming it out. The Raiders are cheeks, and it's just the Broncos really. And you saw they just lost that close one to the Colts. It's going to be a game of, attrition at this point, where who stays healthy in that division and who wins the close games, and the Colts are not. Not the Colts, the Broncos are not. So
yeah,
I give Chargers.
I would have to agree with you at this point. Marion Hampton going forward, I think he should be better. Again, not crazy about him for fantasy purposes, but I think he is really skilled and will be better. Ariane, I would keep Puka, Shakir, Diggs. But yeah, I just worry about the run game down the line because our offensive line, even though in pass protection has been really good, and the run game has been poor. So I just want to see how we are down the line.
Hope Geno Smith continues his horrible passing this next week against Washington too. We need to bounce back and get our legs up under us. Like that I think we have an advantage here just for the fact that, Jaden Daniels is injured. I think they're going to start Mariota on Sunday, but we've had that little bit of a mini bye, and we're not going to really have to worry about coming off a Monday night game and going straight to Sunday with, technically a shorter week. But we all have our opinions on Thursday night football games, and I'll talk about that another time. But right now,
well, you want to talk about it right now? Thursday night game right now?
Fine. I feel like Thursday night games should not exist. We're all human beings. There's not enough recovery time in the world, not enough time to get on an adequate level of practice. So it feels kind of unfair, in my opinion. Like, you have a team that's rested as opposed to playing. I mean, I know the Packers and Commanders both played on Sunday and then turned it around, but the Packers were also at home. They're better coached than the Commanders at this point in time. Got an all-around younger squad, while the Commanders have one of the oldest squads in the NFL. It's kind of hard to turn around and get right to it on a Thursday and barely have any time to practice. I'm not going to say what did you expect was going to happen, but what did you expect was going to happen?
For sure.
The Packers
I get it with injuries and everything like that. I was more so talking about if you wanted to jump to this Thursday night game and start predicting these scores.
Oh, shoot.
But I appreciate the insight.
I'll give you the insight, and I'll give you my prediction. I'll go 24-20 Bills. I feel like they stomped the Dolphins as it was. I mean, I know it's not going to be crazy, but Sub22, thanks for the follow on TikTok.
That's our next game as well, Sub, so we will talk about that in a second.
Sure. So I got 24-20 Bills. Just don't think the Dolphins have anything in the tank, and honestly, I think Mike McDaniel is going to keep losing his locker room as these weeks progress on. If he keeps answering questions like a middle schooler on drugs, so
heck yeah, Brandon, what you got for us?
Bills 31-14.
31-14 Bills. Heck yeah, I like it, Brandon. I'm going big or going home this week. I'm just going to keep it simple. Dolphins suck. Bills 37-17.
Or Dolphins fans, if there is any. Is any left?
And Sub, this is our Bengals Vikings picks. Brandon will start us off on this one, and we'll go around the horn.
What you got?
Bengals Vikings. This one, I don't even want to touch the money line for this one because both quarterbacks are out.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's not much of a favorite at home either.
I went Vikings 21-14.
Oh wow!
Same prediction as me. 21-14 Vikes. Let's go.
And I'll say 17-14 Vikings.
If I take a money line,
go ahead.
If I take a money line on this one, I'm taking Vikings at home. I like Carson Wentz over Jake Browning. That dude's just going to brown it around and not really get to it. I feel like more interceptions are more to come. Carson Wentz is going to be a little rusty, as can tell, but I like Minnesota's defense over Cincinnati's, and I think that the Vikings will pull this one out with ease. So if I had to pick a money line, I'm going Vikes.
Heck yeah, I like BTJ, Nicole, but
I thought you said
I don't mind too much on each side. But heck yeah, Vikings around the horn. I didn't expect that one.
If we lose,
Brandon, Steelers at Patriots. Are you gonna back them again?
Still riding the wave with the Steelers. We got 24-21.
Nice, dude.
24-21. I'm riding the wave with the Steelers. 21-17.
Heck yeah. And I'm riding a wave Steelers 23-21.
All right, stop
Very
copying.
similar
Knock
this
it off.
week.
Knock it off. Hey, look, it's either we all lose or we all win, so it is what it is. My record last week was 7-9. In predictions, I was going a lot of upsets. I mean, did a couple upsets this week, but at the same time, who doesn't love risky football? You don't want to be bland and boring. Pick the upset, man.
Makes the game more entertaining also to watch.
Put $600
Right.
on the upset. I don't know. Not gambling
all right,
advice. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
That's crazy.
All right.
Nah,
all
no
right.
gambling
You
advice
wanna
given
talk-
here, guys.
You want to talk about your next upset then, Alex, in this case?
Yeah, I've got Titans going 24-21 over the Colts. This is a divisional game. I feel like Cam Ward definitely shows those glimpses into this game. I feel like whoever has the ball last kind of wins. I mean, sound like a Booker McFarland. The last touchdown wins the game. The last score wins the game. So I'd like to say I think Cam Ward gets right. And the Colts are going to have a day running the ball. I'm just going to say that right now. But I feel like Cam Ward takes advantage and hopefully shows us why he was the number 1 overall pick this year. That's another upset.
Okay.
I think I have one more. in me.
Okay. Okay. Brandon?
I have Colts 21-13.
Okay. Again,
Okay, so
here
I-
I'm going the
No,
opposite.
No, go ahead. Sorry. Tell you after.
Oh, I'm just saying Colts 28-24, 3.5 point favorites. I think they narrowly eke it out on the road, and the Titans are just going to keep faltering.
10-7, right? 10-7 for the Colts for the Titans, right? Division winners. Cam Ward,
Yeah, heck no.
Calvin Ridley
Heck
holding that Super Bowl
no.
trophy. I'm just kidding. I can't even say that with a straight
Heck
face,
no.
man. I can't even say that with my eye
Oh,
open, man.
Brandon, you want to lead us off on Texans Jags?
Texans Jags.
Oh wow. At the same time.
This was another game I wasn't gonna touch, but I got Jags 31-24.
Jags are 1.5 point favorites at home, by the way, guys.
Yep.
Which is not really much because 3.5 point favorites is the norm. So I'm going 21-20 Jags. I think it's one of those close games and the field goal breaks at the end.
Yeah. I think the same thing. Divisional showdown. I got the Jags at home, 17-16. The Texans, I don't think are a good football team by any means, and their defense doesn't do enough to keep them in this game late.
You're just salty because you picked the Texans last night. You changed your score for that one. Don't be salty.
dumb
Don't be
on me.
salty.
Oh well. Oh well.
All right, guys.
7-9.
Shut up. You changed.
All right.
Remind the stream this guy picked. He had the Buccaneers at first, but he changed his pick for the Texans last minute. Changed it. I don't want to hear 7-9. I want to hear change pick for a oopsie. But it is what it is.
16-16 on the year.
Hey, look, man, half is better than under. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm at 500. I'm not under. Let's go. Half is better than 0.
Heck yeah. And he's going to have big ups this week.
Let's
And
hope
big
so,
ups galore.
Hey, you got some Rico Dowdle in the comments.
Yeah, you could do that. Troy Franklin's fine. You want to jump into your Panthers, Brandon? See if you have anything to
Disagreements?
juxtapose us. Falcons, Panthers.
I'm going with the Falcons.
You heard it here first.
After last week.
You heard it here first. A Panthers fan going with the division rival because of how bad their team stinks. Maybe Dave Tepper again. I don't know. Shoot.
Goodness. We got a score there, Brandon?
27-21.
Nice. Alex, your
All right.
your next pick.
Sorry, I'm a little bit in
Next
La La
crazy
Land
pick.
right now. I got Panthers 20-17 in one of those shootouts. I feel like it's one of those. Come on, I gotta roll with Bryce just a little bit. I'm gonna do it until he gives me no reason to do it.
You're more Panther fan than me every week. You're
Oh,
believing in them.
Look,
Every week.
Look, we did the offseason breakdown. I know what they have, and honestly, yeah, it's one of those teams that are probably decent on paper, but then there's going to be a really crappy product on the field. But I'm going to go Panthers this last week, just like I'm going to go Giants this last week, and that's going to be that. If they end up losing, I'm going to eat my words, and I'll apologize on stream for anybody who agreed with me.
All right, and moving into my pick here, I got Falcons 24-17. Panthers recently lost their starting center and right guard, Robert Hunt and Austin Corbett. I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the pressure that the Falcons are going to bring. Falcons know how to deal with young quarterbacks. I feel like Bryce Young is no different. They get the win here.
I can see it. Just all depends on time management at the end. I feel like the Falcons falter in that one. So,
Yeah.
Panthers 2017. Let's go. What'd you say on your score, Peyton?
I said
I don't get the live
24-17 Falcons.
Yeah, since this thing's a doc, I don't get the live updates anymore, so I'm kind of just trying to remember. And then I guess I'll look at it when we're all done to see what the final scores are on this one. But we got Rams, Eagles, and one of those other games that could be like a battle of the NFC. In some people's opinions, and the other people's opinions are Packers versus Rams. But Peyton, you want to open it up here?
Yeah, I'll open it up with an upset pick. Rams 23-20. I feel like this is a team that the Rams have a bad taste in their mouth about. I feel like they're going to contain Saquon a little better. And outside of that, I think the Eagles get a little one-dimensional in the passing game. Rams handle that, play well offensively. I think Devontae Adams' addition is going to pay dividends, especially because you saw in later downs last year against the Eagles, they had some struggles. I think they get an upset here on the road.
Can I argue with you just a little bit?
Go ahead.
Jalen Hurts passed for 101 yards last week and still won. I'm going with the Eagles 23-20.
Fair
I don't
enough.
feel like they. Go ahead.
I think the Rams offense is a lot better than the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, I could agree with that one too. But as far as we go with defensively, I think the Chiefs are better at stopping Saquon than the Rams would be. I feel like the Rams don't stop Saquon as efficiently as they hope, but it's not going to be 150 plus this year.
Yeah.
With their additions,
I think they stop. I think they stop him enough to cover the difference. But I guess Brandon will be our tiebreaker here.
Yeah, especially
Eagles 28-24.
Eagles 28-24. Remember, Eagles are 3.5 point favorites at home. The basic margin at home. They're at home with their rowdy fans. You know, I live right outside the Philly area, so I know what it's like dealing with the Fly Eagles fly all the time, even though I'm a Commanders fan. My school pushes it on my kids being Eagles fans, and it's horrible. It's a horrible showing. I need to move to Virginia or something. Or back to Arizona. I don't know, man.
On the road to victory.
Sorry about that, Lucas. I would do that trade, and then Trevor will get into that in just a second here. You want to move on to Jets Bucks?
Jets Bucks. Brandon, you may have a different opinion on this one, so you open it up, my good sir.
Bucks 21.
Nope. Same opinion.
14.
Nice.
I said 20-13 in my estimation for the Bucks. I think the Jets are just too whack, and 6.5 point favorites for the Bucks at this point in time if you take the spread. So
Yeah, and I'll back the Bucks as well. Again, 26-20. Honestly, I think it'll be a higher point total. Getting news that Tyrod, in my estimation, I think Tyrod Taylor's going to start this week for the Jets.
He's a franchise
so I might go even
man.
a little higher with it. Goodness, I don't know. I just think that the Buccaneers take advantage at home. Jets aren't looking good.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if anyone has home field advantage, it's going to be these three teams. I'm going to say the Bucks. I'm going to say the Eagles, and I'm going to say maybe the Broncos at home field advantage. So Chargers are a close fourth in my opinion, but either way, sweep with the Bucks here. We'll either all live or we'll die by it. So we'll see.
Yep.
16-0, baby.
Want to jump into your goodness? Want to jump into your Commanders?
Commanders are 3.5 point favorites at home. I'm liking Commanders. They're 1-0 at home this year. Really? Yeah, because they played in Green Bay and lost. So 1-0 at home this year. Like them to take the game 30-20. I like them to come out pissed, especially with that break. Mariota comes out maybe a little rusty, but JCM gets going in my opinion. Terry McLaurin might get one, and Debo definitely. I feel like Debo and JCM get one this week. Maybe Mariota can scramble for a ton of yards against that Raiders front four, and then just gotta keep Mad Max contained. And I feel like if you give some help with Josh Connolly, it'll help. Appreciate the heart, me, Kristen.
Appreciate it.
Hey.
Oh yeah, supporting the stream and always more than one.
Heck yeah. Brandon, what you got for us on this Commanders game?
Commanders 21-10.
Oh yeah, they're putting the Raiders to bed. Like I'm about to put my kids to bed in a minute.
Heck yeah.
Woo! Let's go.
Woo! And if Mariota starts this game, I'll go something different. In all honesty, I'll say Commanders 24-23. I do think the story of Jaden Daniels' knee, it's going to affect him if he does play this week more than people think.
I think it's a little bit more
but
telling,
not enough to win.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think they still win. No, you're good.
I feel like they should not rush him back in any instances. You don't want an RG3 injury because I remember against the hit with Huluginata in Baltimore and his knee sprained, and then they rushed him out there. He was not ready and tore his ACL against Seattle in the playoffs. If you want to make a Super Bowl, don't make dumb Dan Snyder, Mike Shanahan decisions, and let's just put the Raiders to bed. And it's kind of like last year when Jaden Daniels missed the game against the Panthers, and we beat the living walloping hell out of the Panthers. Sorry, Brandon.
Okay.
But I don't think we have a pick six from a D lineman or a defensive end in this game. But we'll see.
Yeah. Green Bay Packers, 7.5-point favorites at the Cleveland Browns. Brandon, what you got there?
Like we all
21-13 Packers.
Yeah, I feel like we all picked the same thing here. There's difference in scores.
Yep. I picked 27-14 Packers. I think they win by 2 scores handily. Could easily win by more. I think their offense rolls in this one, getting some turnovers, and so we're looking good. We're looking good. And Alex, what you got for us?
All right, so Packers at Browns. I got the Packers winning 31-17 in no way, shape, or form. I don't think the Browns put up any type of a fight, and who's it start? Joe Flacco, right? I feel like Dylan Gabriel might definitely get some more reps in this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think throwing Dylan Gabriel in that fire is setting him up for failure. I would start Flacco the rest of the year and then start next year fresh, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. Broncos Chargers, super close divisional game, a game that I'm kind of scared of as a Chargers fan, more so because I just think we're bound to drop one at some point. I don't think it'll be this week, though. I'll lean them 20-17.
Let's go. 2.5-point favorites for the Chargers at home. I'm going Chargers 19-16. Defensive slugfest. I feel like it's going to be one of those games where it depends on who shines the brightest. And I feel like I'm riding with Justin Herbert, just like I did last night. Let's go again. Let's go.
I'm going Chargers 24-21.
Nice. All 3-point games. Jeez.
You're gonna be shaking in your boots this week. It's not gonna be nothing crazy, nothing cushiony.
Goodness. And talk about not shaking your boots. I think in a complete flip-flop of a close game, we got a beat-down game. Saints at Seahawks as 7.5 favorites. Kind of touched on this one earlier. I'll just say my score is 24-13 Seahawks.
I'm going 21-7 Seahawks. I feel like the Saints get shellacked and only scored single digits. Just feel like Tyler Shuck or Spencer Rattler both cannot get anything going. I feel like Seattle takes advantage. They're gross favorites, 7.5 points. So, I mean, if you want to bet with the Saints, I'm not stopping you. But again, this is not gambling advice. It's just an opinion. Everybody's got opinions. So, yeah, the Seahawks are going to open a can of whoop ass, in my opinion. So, let's leave it at that.
Brandon, you feel the same way?
Yep, I went Seahawks 24-14.
24-14. That's formidable. See, I'm not giving the Saints enough credit, and the Saints fans are going to hate me for it. But get better, man. That's all I got to say. Then again,
hey, one touchdown difference.
Yeah. All right, on to the next game. We got Cowboys. We got 49ers. Or we're all good, right? Because I remember I'm not getting the live update. So. Yeah. All right, we got Cowboys, we got 49ers, 1.5-point favorites for the 49ers at home. I got Cowboys and 49ers. I meant Cardinals. Why did I say it twice?
Yeah,
I really have to.
I was confused.
Why didn't y'all fix me? Come on. Okay, no one's doing it again. Cardinals at 49ers, man. I need to take a speech class after I'm done. 1.5-point favorites for the 49ers. I'm going Cardinals 21-20, though. Just, I don't know. 49ers are a question mark, in my opinion. Same thing with the Cardinals. If they can get their running game going, and in a divisional game like this, I feel like it would be no big deal, no sweat. I feel like they take it. but it's going to be really close. It could swing either way in this one, but I'm going for the upset. Again.
Okay. Balls
I'm
drop.
gonna go,
Brandon, what you got?
I'm going to go 16-0.
49ers or Cardinals? 49ers or Cardinals? I want to go Cardinals, but I'm going to lean 49ers 17-14.
Man, we have the same score prediction.
That's
I
crazy.
lean the Niners 17-14.
Yo, mid.
And let me just say this, and this is why I lean Niners. They're
Why?
at home, A.
Okay.
B, the Cardinals defense has not looked as impressive as we once thought. Again, versus the Panthers and the Saints. So that's two instances. Mac Jones looked more impressive than I thought he would. And I think the Cardinals can't run the ball effectively enough, which is what they want to do against the San Francisco front, and they ultimately fall short.
Hey, fair takes, man. I'm not going to say anything more. I just hope Kyler Murray can actually get to it instead of playing video games this weekend. And I hope their run game can get going. I want to look for Marvin Harrison to actually get going somewhat. And I don't really have too much of a belief in their defense, but we will see. We will see. That's why I said it's one of those games, in my opinion, that kind of swing either way. And I hate calling divisional games, but I'm going to have to do it a majority of the year because no division, no NFL. What do you mean?
Right.
All right.
No defense coming up in this one. Cowboys, Bears. Brandon, you want to lead us off with this one? Kind of a crazy fest.
What did I put for the score? I put Cowboys 24-21.
Okay.
Going with the
The
Cowboys.
upset. All right. Look at somebody who's being like me a little bit. But see, the thing is, I didn't pick the upset. I went Bears 30-20. I feel like Cowboys get the shellacking that they've been asking for, and I just feel like Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson get right. I was about to say Mike Johnson. Who the hell was that? Next thing you know, Gus Johnson.
Mike Johnson.
Next thing you know is Gus Johnson's going to be on the sideline calling plays. So I say 30-20. I think the Bears have more defense than the Cowboys. Let's roll with it. Hopefully no late Hail Mary catches by CD, and we'll be golden.
Okay.
No Matthew.
Okay. This is probably my hardest one to call of the week. I thought about going the Cowboys for a long time. Cowboys are 1-1. Bears are 0-2. Bears, and Ben Johnson specifically, knows if he doesn't win this one, their season is basically over. You're in front of your home fans. I feel like your defense is a little bit better. I lean the Bears 27-24. I'm not confident about this pick, though.
You're not going to change it, are you?
I don't believe so.
We'll be back here next week when Cowboys win.
Hey man, you said that last week. I think with the Bills, I think they won, right?
No, I said that. Wait, yeah, it was last week.
All right, let's get on to these. Oh wait, you got another one. You got Mason or Pollard for week 3.
I would go Mason.
Scenes from Italian restaurant. Thanks for the comment, man. Making that pizza sauce and meatball or what?
All right.
Love me some spaghetti. All right, guys.
Oh yeah, right now, yeah.
Would you trade
Chicken
DK for
Alfredo.
Pollard?
Kind of just depends on your wide receiver depth, but I would lean DK if it's just straight for straight.
All right, we
Trade
got.
Pollard for Chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, I would
Wow.
too.
I'll keep DK and trade Paulo for
There you go.
Chicken Alfredo.
Start golf or Hurts this
Hurts.
week? Hurts.
Always start Hurts. Yeah, always start Hurts.
But what if he has under 100 yards passing?
That doesn't matter. He runs the ball and he can get tush push in the end zone and get his points.
That man is such a hog when it comes to touchdowns. So yeah, it definitely hurts. What about Pickens or
Pickens or
Pollard?
Pollard?
I think Pickens can score more. Against...
I'd probably barely lean Pollard, barely,
Yeah.
but it's close. Chiefs Giants wrapping up the games here. Chiefs 5.5 point favorites at the Giants. Brandon, what you got?
What you got?
Another 24-21 Chiefs.
Chiefs.
There you go.
And I'll agree with you here. I'll go 23-17 Chiefs. and a must-win for them, even though you're on the road. A must-win for the Giants too. Their own too. They're going to be highly motivated, but I think the stronger force, more talent wins it.
I feel like the Giants won it more. I go 21-20 in an upset. I like their defense more than the Chiefs these days. And I don't think Russell Wilson cooks like he does against the Cowboys, but I feel like it's something in between his Commanders outing and his Cowboys outing. I feel like it's formidable game management, I believe. And just think Malik gets a touchdown in this game, but I think it's just a 21-20 upset for the Giants. I'll be back here to apologize.
I already said Pickens for Pollard is. I'd lean Pollard. I would go for Pollard. Tet for BTJ. Yeah, BTJ. Tet. Oh goodness. The Tet side wins. I don't like AJ Brown at all on fantasy. He doesn't get opportunity. Yeah. Again, I strongly disagree with the Giants. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball at all. Offense gets one-dimensional. That's when you face really good teams. You don't win. Trent McDuffie is a lot better than Trayvon Diggs. But I expect Wan'Dale Robinson to have a really nice week. But Lions-Ravens.
Lions,
Monday Night Football.
Last game of the week.
Ravens 4.5-point favorites. Alex, open it up.
All right, 4.5-point favorites at home for the Ravens. I'm going Lions in an upset for the last game of the week, 27-20. I just feel like they're not scoring 52. Not on the Ravens defense. It seems like anybody could score 52 against the Bears these days. I mean, you look at what JJ McCarthy's done, but I like the Ravens coming in feeling themselves a little too much, and then the Lions coming in and take advantage. You know, they're pissed off that. You know, they're pissed for everybody doubting them, thinking that Ben Johnson was their savior and hero, and I feel like they come out with something to prove and just take advantage of the Lions. Lions going all the way, says Trevor. Honestly, I don't think so this year, man. I say 7-10 to be real, but maybe wild card playoff berth. I don't think at the most. I don't think they go division winners or even right in the NFC.
Yeah, I think they'll make the playoffs at this point, but I already read that one.
Good.
Yeah, Lions 27-20. It's crazy to me. Brandon, what you got?
Give me Ravens 28-24.
Nice.
You saw he was trading away Hampton and Keon for Bucky McLaurin. This was good.
No, I just saw that now. Yeah, that's a really good trade. Good job. I'm with you with a 4-point game, Brandon. I got the Ravens 30-26. Honestly, Jared Goff, when he's not playing at home in a dome, is not the same quarterback. I feel like, again, the Ravens came off a divisional game, of course, but so did the Lions. I think that motivation factor is automatically kicked out the window. You're looking at two elite teams. Who's the better team? The Ravens. Who's at home? The Ravens. Who has the better quarterback? The Ravens. Who has the better defense? The Ravens. I'm looking at all these factors, and it's the Ravens, man. I think there's no chance in heck the Lions win. So give me the Ravens.
Oh, there you go. Y'all down for one little pick, and then we can wrap it up here because I think I'm gonna take my surefire pick of Roma Dunze touchdown this week.
Okay.
Try to pick a touchdown score.
So we're picking a touchdown score each?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's wrap it up with that on each stream.
Brandon, you got a touchdown score from any one of these games?
I'm looking.
Look faster. Right now.
So we're picking a touchdown score each?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's wrap it up with that on each stream.
Brandon, you got a touchdown score from any one of these games?
I'm looking.
Look faster. Right now.
Steelers DK.
DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
I'm going with a safe bet.
But it was good the whole stream. It just dropped 210 frames all simultaneously. So my bad, guys, if you guys were with us.
Shout out to T-Mobile.
Shout out to T-Mobile. Get Xfinity instead. T for terrible. Let's go.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up for us, though.
Yeah.
All of our picks, all of our news, all of the games recapped.
Yeah, W chat tonight, W viewers with the gifts. Appreciate y'all. And guys,
if you do copy our money line, it's not our fault.
There you go.
Just putting that out there.
There you go.
Disclaimers.
We'll be throwing out some shorts over this week, so I hope you guys view them, and you guys will be hopefully back for the next one next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll go over the next week of picks and see how we did this week. Appreciate y'all stopping in, and you guys have a good one. All right, see ya.